The front door clicked shut behind me like a coffin lid. That single sound swallowed every heartbeat in the house. My twins Lila and Jonah were huddled on the cold basement stairs, knees drawn up, sharing one cracked flashlight. Lila's sniffles ricocheted off the cinder block walls. Jonah clutched the wheelless race car I'd given him last Christmas. Upstairs, canned laughter from a cartoon drifted down, too bright, too wrong. My sister's kid was up there, feet on my couch, name on my walls. Mom spotted me first. Early shift, she chirped, wiping her hands on a dish towel that used to be mine. We figured the basement would be an adventure for the little ones. Kids bounced back. Dad didn't look up from ladling mac and cheese into a dinosaur bowl, my nephew's favorite, the one I'd bought for Jonah. My sister lounged against the counter, sipping my beer, smirking like she'd won a raffle. I tasted metal. Not rage, calculation. Grab your jackets, I told the twins. My voice floated, calm as pond water. We're going on a trip. Mom's smile faltered. Don't overreact, honey. It's temporary. Temporary. The word sat between us like a loaded gun. 3 years earlier, after the crash that took Sarah, they'd opened every door. Bring the kids, they'd said. We're family. I'd signed the deed to this split-level colonial because Dad swore it would stay ours. I paid the note, the taxes, the furnace repairs while they played doting grandparents, until my sister's divorce dumped her and little Mason on the doorstep. Then the math changed. 1 golden grandchild. 2 disposable ones. The slide was slow, forgotten permission slips, birthdays celebrated a week late, the spare key that suddenly only opened the side gate. I swallowed every slight, told myself love stretches. Then I overheard the kitchen conference 2 Fridays ago. They're loud, Mom hissed. Mason needs quiet to do his letters. Dad's murmur. Blood's thicker with the boy who carries the name. I stood outside the door, coffee cooling in my grip, and felt the last thread snap. But I didn't explode. I evaporated. For 14 nights I became a ghost in my own house. While they tucked Mason into Lila's old canopy bed, I emailed realtors at 2 a.m. While they praised his finger painting, I met my attorney in a diner parking lot, sliding over documents they'd never bothered to read. The house had always been titled solely to me, quiet addendum after Sarah's will. They assumed family meant forever. I knew it meant leverage. I rented a storage pod under the cover of grocery runs. Packed the twins' artwork, Sarah's cedar jewelry box, the quilt she'd sewn while pregnant. I left the dinosaur bowl. Thursday, the buyer wired the down payment. An out-of-state couple, cash offer, 30-day close. My lawyer scheduled the walkthrough for Saturday, when Mom planned Mason's half-birthday clown. Saturday arrived syrup slow. Balloons bobbed in the foyer. The clown honked his red nose while Mason shrieked with delight on my leather sectional. I slipped the twins' juice boxes and whispered, "Watch the show, then we roll." Doorbell at 3:17 p.m. Dad answered, grease paint smile freezing. A woman in a crisp navy blazer extended a folder. Afternoon. I'm Claire Park, new owner. Keys cut Monday. Appreciate a smooth transition. Silence detonated. Mom's balloon string slipped from her fingers. It floated to the ceiling like a surrender flag. My sister's mouth opened, closed, opened again. This is our home, she finally croaked. I stepped forward, twins' hands in mine. Not anymore. You needed space for the real grandson. Congratulations, whole house is his now. Dad's face went the color of dishwater. You can't. Already did. Escrow closed at noon. The clown, sensing doom, began packing his unicycle. I knelt to the twins. Say goodbye to the basement. Lila looked up, eyes shining but unafraid. Are we going to the new place with the big windows? Windows and a tree house, I promised. We walked out. Past the clown's abandoned wig, past my sister's stunned tears, past Mom clutching the dinosaur bowl like a life raft. The moving truck idled at the curb, my pod already hitched. I buckled the kids, climbed behind the wheel, and pulled away without looking back. That night, in a third-floor walk-up with slanted floors and a skylight that framed the moon, Jonah rebuilt his race car with tape and hope. Lila hung Sarah's quilt over the window like a flag of victory. I poured 3 mugs of cocoa, extra marshmallows. Daddy, Lila asked, will Grandma ever visit? I smoothed her hair. Maybe when she learns which grandkids have her blood and which ones have her heart. Until then, we've got each other. Outside, sirens dopplered into the distance. Inside, the radiator clanked like a heartbeat. Revenge, I discovered, doesn't roar. It hums steady, warm, final.